like my dad says, if you want everyone to love you, sell ice cream, don't be in politics. On this kind of terrain, this is a rural terrain. People in Delhi think Mahua Moitra sipping champagne and wearing Dolce & Gabbana dresses. That's not my reality. This is my reality. This is me 24/7. And I said this the other day, is that one thing about the youth in this country is in some ways they disappoint me. Because they don't seem to be very bothered about the soul of this country anymore. They take freedom for granted, they take democracy for granted, they take everything for granted. Sandesh Khali is a very block-oriented incident in one small block. It is certainly not this pillaging Muslim mobs going in and raping Hindu women and grabbing all their land and all of that. That's just a rubbish narrative that the BJP is trying to weave. And even outside of Sandesh Khali, inside the rest of Boshihat constituency, I don't think that's holding good.
Mahua Moitra is in a tearing hurry to get back her Lok Sabha seat. It's not even 9 a.m. but the blazing sun has already painted the Tehata streets in Krishnagar Lok Sabha constituency a migraine shade of yellow. The Tropic of Cancer cuts across this spot often, and it sure manages to make its presence felt. A few months ago, Moitra had made a promise standing outside the Parliament of India after she was expelled from the Lok Sabha. She will return.
আদিম হিংস্র মানবিকতার যদি আমি কেউ হই স্বজন হারানো শ্মশানে তোদের চিতা আমি তুলবই we will see the end of you.
For Moitra, the blazing village roads of Karimpur Krishnanagar highway has led to the parliament once more. The Indian Express accompanies her on this campaign for a day.
In a way, like I remember saying then that I'm wearing this expulsion like a badge of honor. Because we saw under this government how democratic processes have been completely ruined and how parliamentary democracy has been ruined. Like I said, it is the first time that an ethics committee has done something unethical, and the ethics committee has no power to expel. That's with the Parliament Privileges Committee. It's not with the ethics committee. And if the reason was that I've given my password, every single MP gives their password, there were no rules in place. You used it by a brute majority, you didn't even give the dissent notes to anybody. The entire thing was a kangaroo court. So it was pretty obvious to everyone. After that, they suspended 142 MPs, if you remember. So this kind of, it's been reduced to a farce. So when everybody walked out with me and they stood behind me to say that this is rubbish. This is rubbish. And you've seen in my area, does anyone even realize that I've been expelled or suspended? Nobody cares. Didi is Didi. MP Shaiba to MP Shaiba. I think what people in my area got very angry about was that we voted her and we voted her to power. She's an opposition MP. My people in my area feel happy when I speak up and they say Krishnagar AITC. They feel happy. It's become a badge of honor in this. The history will remember us. And history will remember who stood straight. History doesn't forget. There's a reason we remember Gandhi and we don't remember everybody else. So history will remember who stood straight. So history is not going to remember these lily-livered cowards, these BD kings who walked over to the other side and now giving us gas. You know exactly who I'm talking about. When there's CBI, ED, people, who do they worry about? They worry about their parents. Everyone has old parents. You have, I have. We worry that they shouldn't be stressed. When the CBI came to my house,
how was
my mother was like, I've got a bridge tournament at 1 o'clock and can you please finish by 1 because I've got a bridge tournament. I don't want to be late for that. She got the staff to pat down the CBI to check that they had bring anything to plant on.
And they were looking through your side. I remember.
They looked through. Yeah. So they came into my Karimpur house, which you will see. Yeah. And they came in. So my staff opened them. I wasn't here. They opened everything. So they opened all my sarees and they counted 82 of them. And they asked Rajesh, who opened the house, that what is the price of each saree? So Rajesh said the truth, which is that in the shop they cost a lot.
Yeah.
But Didi buys them from weavers because if you see, I wear they are weaver sarees, most of them. So then he found some silk saree and he said, oh, this can't be 2,000. So Rajesh said, what do you think? Didi doesn't have good saree to wear in pujas or what? So, so it became, and they went through my bathroom, my eye makeup remover. They apparently turned everything upside down. They saw the crockery, they saw the cutlery. I was not even there. I don't care. Good luck to them.
What is the story about this watch, bag?
Where's the watch? I don't even wear a watch. I never owned a watch. When my bag is with you, you just picked it up and saw it. When I go on the jeep, this one bag goes with me. I've had one bag. Why shouldn't I have a bag? Whose bloody business is it that I have a bag or don't have a bag?
And your bags,
not bags, bag. Yes.
Your bag.
Would you dare to ask this to any male?
Absolutely.
Any male MP?
It doesn't happen. It is very sexist.
Yeah, so
your bag when you go for campaigning?
What do I pack? You've seen it. My water is here. Wait, what do I carry? You pull that over.
Some snack.
No, I don't get the car.
Oh.
I don't eat in the car. I don't eat in the car. Very important. It's most important.
You love to push this.
Most important. Bobby Brown. I have a comb.
Bobby Brown. I love Bobby
I have a
Brown.
comb. I have a handkerchief. And I have some cloves for my throat. And then I have water. But
Controversies after controversies, like you make a statement on Makali, then there's a controversy.
yeah, because I speak the truth. And the BJP makes a controversy. You're a Bengali. You're a Bhatt Church. Right? You're a Radi Brahman. I'm a Barendra Brahman. Right? We worship Ma Kali. This Navaratri is going on. During Kali Puja or during Durga Puja, we plan. Amra Navamid din whether we'll eat mutton, whether we'll eat mach, whether we'll eat chingdi, Dashamir Bhog. Our plan is whether we eat brain roll for dinner, whether we eat mutton roll for lunch. That's our plan. In Gujarat, they are planning whether they will eat khandlivi or they will eat fafda or they will eat wafra. That's there. We don't grudge them their nonsense. Why are you grudging us ours? Right or wrong? So Ma Kali is bhog. Ma Kali tells me, "Aajke ami mach khabo." I am a Kali worshipper. Ma tells me, "Ami mach khabo, ami ma ke mamuri gon ranna kore di." That's what happens when you go to Tarapet. I'm not going to give Ma Pholer Rosh and Lichu squash. So as far as developers, look at all this. We are literally at the Bangladesh border. Look at this road. Right? I got 88 crore sanction for this particular road. You've seen most of the roads, which are all good roads. It's a very remote community. Please understand that. So as far as development is concerned, I pretty much know which school, which road is left. Everything we know. So development is happening no matter what, and people know that. The schemes are happening as you check, Lokit Bhandar. So what I'm telling people is that, look, the state government will give you no matter what. But what we have to see is that this vote is not a vote to decide your drains and your Nala Nardama and your highway lines. This vote is to decide the soul of India. The entire thing is a PR exercise. The entire thing is that he is telling, and the best part is the PM is saying, हम स्कूल में जब थे तब कृष्णचंद्र राजा का समाज सुधार. I heard you were selling tea. B, even if you did go to school, you went to some school in Gujarat, a Gujarati medium school in Gujarat. You would learn about. I went to school here. I didn't read about Krishnachandra Roy. If it wasn't for Gopal Bhatt, nobody would know about Krishnachandra Roy, even sitting in Nadia district. So who would know this sitting in Gujarat? So he's obviously got. And what Samaj Sudhar did Krishnachandra Roy do apart from selling out the Bengalis to Robert Clive? So he is confusing Ram Mohan Roy. Samaj Sudhar social reform is Ram Mohan Roy. So somebody is given, obviously Modi ji this great script to read. So when Modi ji read the script, he remembered only Roy. And he said Samaj Sudhar. So who do you make a monkey out of? What is, when you're putting this out there, what is it? Everybody's laughing. Honestly, at the end of the day, if you can't take, like you've seen me, I've had a surgery, I'm getting on, this is what you need. On this kind of terrain, this is a rural terrain. People in Delhi think Mahua Moitra sipping champagne and wearing Dolce & Gabbana dresses. That's not my reality. This is my reality. This is me 24/7. I don't do this today. I do this 24/7. With this fitness, I'm finding it difficult to get out there every day and do this every day. Do you think she's going to be able to be doing this?
How do you factor in your diet, clothing? What do you do?
I wear the same thing every day. I wear cotton full sleeve blouses in the morning. I don't eat anything. I eat my fruit and eggs in the morning. I eat 2 half-boiled eggs and fruit in the morning and a glass of juice in the morning before I leave. When I'm on it, I actually only drink hot water. I don't drink a lot of water because it's difficult to use to get down, to stop the convoy, use the washroom. It's a bit of a problem. So that 2-3 hours, I try to just sip water to keep myself hydrated.
Especially you're just out of a surgery.
Yeah, but it's just bad luck. But okay, God is there. I'm okay. I wear cotton full sleeve. And during the day, I wear cotton sarees always. I cover my head otherwise because I don't like to use an umbrella. In the evening, what I do is I get out of this because evening there's no sun, and then I wear a cotton blouse and the sari is ironed and I wear the same sari every day. Because for that one day, the photos must be morning, evening, same sari. See, because I live in a rural area, the rural areas, the panchayat areas, they see me all the time. Like you saw the recognition. Yeah. Everybody knows me. Some know by first name basis, some know because I live here. So that's a great boom. The one area that doesn't get me as much as they should is the municipality. I don't like towns. I'm not a big city person. I'm not like towns. Now that I've fallen in love with this place, I don't even like going to town. So Krishnagar town, the problem is, and that's one thing, we're one place where we are down. We were down in the last, every election, we don't have an MLA there. So this time I wanted to do the vote a little differently there. And I did this thing called Mukhamuki Mahua. But I'm not talking. I am calling all the citizens of that particular ward and doing a town hall where they are telling me what their problems are. I'm listening to them and trying to see how I can solve them in the future. So it's very much me in listening mode and them in talking mode.
There is a certain kind of uncertainty when it comes to speaking out, especially for this generation and for young people. So how do you see that? What role will the youth take?
That's what I tell people is that, and I said this the other day, is that one thing about the youth in this country is in some ways they disappoint me because they don't seem to be very bothered about the soul of this country anymore. They take freedom for granted, they take democracy for granted, they take everything for granted. And they have this kind of very chalta hai attitude about a lot of things. And so that disappoints me. And I see youth lacking courage. I see youth lacking courage. And that's something that I think after 75 years of independence, when you've grown up in a free country and you've had really nothing to fight for, they say every generation has to fight for its freedoms. And perhaps this generation has really not fought for its freedoms and they need to understand what the cost of freedom is and what they need to do to regain it. So that's what disappoints me, and I wish that young people are young people, but they need to be brave, courageous young people. They can't just be young. I mean, you can't be young forever, but you can be brave forever and you can be courageous forever.
And TMC has also mentioned that in its manifesto that it'll find realistic solutions for queer and transgender persons.
Yes, of course.
So, so do you see Trinamool doing that?
Of course, Trinamool has done that. We do that. We've spoken up. Abhishek came out and spoke up. I mean, I speak to Karuna Nandi on this issue 377. I was part of, I was in discussion with Anand Grover. We were all part of that same thing when to strike down 377. I mean, we're all in that, and there are about 80 lakh queer people who have come out in this country, probably more, right? What is the percentage? Probably even more.
Coming out is still a big
No, that's
issue.
something. But 80 lakh have even dared to come out.
Yes,
Forget people who have not come out. I mean, you've got people like Suri, you've got people like the Nas, you've got people like, I mean, there's so many who have come out and done this.
Yes.
And before it was only that you had to be very successful and queer to be queer. You couldn't be normal and have a mediocre job and be queer. I mean, if you were Keshav Suri, it was okay to be queer. Right, and if you were Rohit Bal, it was okay to be queer. But today we have to have boys from small and girls from small families, from small towns, who have to find that it is okay to be queer, and that's important. And it's important for them also. I mean, if you read the judgment in the UK, in the US, on the same-sex marriage, and if you read, there's a beautiful line in there which says that marriage is an institution that we do value it, and we value it so much that we don't want to be excluded from it. And that's important, and that is a fundamental right.
Women of Bengal look up to you. But do you think Sandesh Khali will have some sort of impact?
Sandesh Khali is a very block-oriented incident in one small block. It is certainly not this great, narrative that the BJP is trying to spin. It is confined to a few panchayats of one block, and whatever it's a law and order situation which has been taken care of very swiftly by the state government can happen anywhere. It's unfortunate that it happened, but Sandesh Khali is in no way any sign of a larger malaise within Bengal. So it's not that like I've said before, that it's not that we have pillaging Muslim mobs going in and raping Hindu women and grabbing all their land and all of that. That's just a rubbish narrative that the BJP is trying to weave. And even outside of Sandesh Khali, inside the rest of Boshihat constituency, I don't think that's holding good.
আমার দোয়ার হইলো আপনি জিতবেন আপনি একদিন দাওয়াত দেবেন ঠিক আছে